Hi, my name is Richard Weitzel, and I do videos on a weekly basis about current events or anything that anybody wants to talk about or left a message in my remarks column. Today, we are going to talk about a long and deep subject of politics in the United States, Republicans versus Democrats. I'm hoping that with these videos that my audience will start growing and more people will start leaving comments below. Excuse my voice being a little rough today. I've got a cold from being at a flea market this weekend. Definitely caught a little bit of a cold on the chill, but I hopefully we'll be better soon. Um, as you know, the current events on politics seems to be everybody seems to be bashing Hillary Clinton. Now, first of all, let me tell you my personal party affiliation. I'm going to try to not be too biased in this, but I am a Democrat. I have been a Democrat all my life. Uh, I have on occasions crossed over the ticket. Most of the time, I vote the person, not the straight party line. And I am a Hillary Clinton fan at this time. Of course, it's too early to tell. We still have 2 more years for them to battle it out. But it looks to me like it's going to be another rehash again of the Bush and Clintons. I hope that's not the case. I hope somebody steps up and, and comes through and gives us a little bit more choices. Um, Now, with the rules that I try to stay by is I want to be fair and unbiased about this. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a supporter of much of the Republican side. There's a few things I do like about Republicans. I like their stand on abortion. I do like, I guess you would consider me a liberal conservative, if there is ever such a thing. uh, but the rules that I want to talk about with these candidates are very easy. There's nothing really complicated about it. Um, be fair, be honest. Don't bash the other candidate. Don't put words in the other candidate's mouth. Um, don't try to say something about a candidate that isn't true and you have the facts to back it up with. Um, there's just way too much dishonesty in politics, and it's always been that way. I don't think it will ever change how they can stretch the truth just by this recent development of Hillary Clinton's emails and stuff. I am so sick and tired of hearing about it. The woman has a right to her private emails. Who cares what she said to anybody, as long as the job gets done. Now, um, political parties seem to be in this country under a two-party system. We have Republicans, we have Democrats. We either have a choice of voting for a Republican or voting for a Democrat. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm getting sick and tired of it. I need some 30-party candidates. Although I am a Democrat, I would love to see somebody with some true honesty step forward and run this country the way it needs to be run, without the outside influences, without the big money. Why has it become so hard for anybody that, unless you're a millionaire, you cannot run for president? It doesn't seem like a democratic system to me. I should be able to run for president. Well, I can't because I wasn't legally born in this country. You have to physically be born in this country to run. Um, so I guess that's out for me. Although, could you see me as the president? Oh my God. I would tell you, I would just, I'd burn it up. Burn it up. Uh, Now, what was I talking about? I lost my train of thought. Oh, the Democrats and the Republicans. And we do have something called independents in the country, and usually they are people that are neither a Democrat nor a Republican. Uh, but they're very poor. They don't have the money to compete with the Democrats and the Republicans. It seems like once you're in power, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, you can kind of stretch the rules and the regulations towards in favor of your party and make it almost impossible for a third party candidate to run. I mean, Ross Perot tried and didn't get him very far, and he was a millionaire too. What I would like to see in this country is the common Joe in a small town be able to run for president. And this is why every year at tax time, there's a block that you have to fill out when, you have to fill it out and donate $2 to the presidential campaign. I love that little block. I fill it out every time and donate the $2, even though it doesn't affect your refund or anything. But it sends a message that money does not have to be there for you to run for president. I am a true believer in that anybody should be able to run for president. If you qualify, if you're old enough, if you're born in the country, which is what the Constitution says, that you have to be legally born in a U.S. territory or in one of the states in order to run. Of course, I think you have to be 35 years old. But other than that, there are no qualifications to run. A man can run, a woman can run, um, anybody can run. The trick with that is it takes well, I might as well say billions of dollars now to run for a candidate, and that's where the problem lies. We should not have to have billions of dollars of backers, special interest groups coming in and swaying you from one position to the next in order for you to be president of the United States. It's wrong, needs to stop. So the next time you see that box where it says to donate $2, go ahead and donate. It's a good idea. Party money is just bad, bad, bad. It's enough of that. Now, Abraham Lincoln, um, he's one of the examples that I could, because he didn't have very much money. He was just a lawyer, and back then lawyers didn't really get that much. Uh, I think the Republicans came to him when they started the Republican Party and asked him to run on the Republican ticket. Although Abraham Lincoln, with the Republican Party, it's real strange to think of Abraham Lincoln being a Republican in this day and age, because so many of the policies now of the Republican Party, Abraham Lincoln would have never agreed to it. The best solution that we could possibly come up with in the near future is the big point of the money in politics. If money was taken out of the politics, the common man could run for president. We don't elect a president anymore by votes. I can understand why everybody always tells me, why should I vote? My vote doesn't count. I hear that so many times. My vote doesn't count. It doesn't make any sense for me to even waste my time and go down to the precinct and vote. Believe me, people, it does count. It does count. Vote your conscience. Go into that voting booth and vote, especially the next election coming up. We have people on the fringes that I kind of get pissed at sometimes, and I'll give you an example here in a second. This fringe element of these people out there that constantly bitching and griping that their government isn't working for them, and yet they don't participate in the government. The ones that do participate end up always bitching and moaning and are very anti-establishment and always threaten. Let me bring up the example now, and you'll see where I'm going with this. Have you guys heard of a guy called Jesse Ventura? The guy does not even live in the United States. Okay, he would make the ungodliest president I've ever seen in my life. Don't ever vote for that man. a person that doesn't even live in this country. He doesn't live here. He lives in Mexico. Uh, he lives off the grid. He's got his website that he always puts up, and he's always bitching about this, that, and the other, about the Republicans, the Democrats, anybody that he has views against, he's always bitching about it. I mean, some of his views are okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to totally bash the guy. But if you're going to bitch and gripe about this country, get up off of your ass and do something. Don't leave the country that you're supposedly a citizen of. Why would you do that? I mean, it sends the wrong message. Jesse, if you want to run for president, it's fine. But get up and start running. Don't sit there in Mexico and bitch about our country, all the time about this is wrong with Obama and that's wrong with somebody else. Get up and do something. Now that I've made that point, I'm running out of time here. I've got to cut this short again. I never have enough time. I just want to remind everybody that I talk about different subjects every week. So mostly my subject matters are the current events that are going on. And I haven't really thought about next week, what I'm going to discuss, but I think what I'm going to discuss next week is something totally different. I'm going to talk about religion, because religion always seems to be a hot topic, and of course I just so much enjoy pissing off all the major religions around the country. Of course, I'm Wiccan, and we don't believe in organized religion to begin with. But I'm going to talk about religion, and that should be a pretty heated discussion. So please stay tuned next week, because it should be pretty hairy. Religion is always a subject matter that gets to be curling everybody's hair. uh, and let me see. I think I've hit on all the major points. And so I'm going to close now before I run out of time. I wish these YouTube videos would be a little bit longer, but we're only allowed 15 minutes, and I'm running very close to 13 minutes now. Like I said, if you have any comments, if you want to talk about religion, please put a comment down there, and we'll answer any questions. Stay tuned. I do this on a weekly basis, and I'm glad to see you all here, and I'm glad everybody is starting to respond to my YouTube channel. And even though I get a little dry and get a little weird sometimes when I talk and get a little off track, it should be fun. It should be interesting just to talk and get things off of our chest. So stay tuned next week. It's about religion. And bye for now. See y'all next week, and blessed be.